Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it. It's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it. It's like that, Hey, never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on the roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it. It's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Jalen Hurts and the Dallas Cowboys versus Lamar Jackson and the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season. A former MVP, it's Lamar Jackson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, and now it's second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
They forced 7 turnovers. Seven. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And taken right at the 35. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by someone who has proved doubters wrong his entire career. MVP runner-up a season ago, Jalen Hurts.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
On the move to his left. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Rolling to his left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing is Hurts. Steps away. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Jalen Hurts with another touchdown rushing. 13 touchdowns, led all quarterbacks last year on the ground. No one else had more than 8. And, of course, we all remember the 3-touchdown game in the Super Bowl. So called running plays or scrambles, Jalen Hurts is dangerous.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 70 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. You look at this Cowboy defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now it's Jackson. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a first down. To throw is Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Jackson options out left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and the defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the right hash, this from 48. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It might mean...
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Justin Jefferson with career touchdown number 145, tying it with Marcus Allen for 6th on the all-time list. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Well, the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Jackson is brought in by Jamison Crowder. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver one, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against his speed guy on the perimeter.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Jackson now. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now Jackson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Jackson. Quick throw there is incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. And Jackson throwing once more. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another 1st down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
Swift is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Jackson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Steps away to his left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my. He pulled it in. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Now for the PAT. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight. 21-0 our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 and 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean,
he's got a man, complete. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Cowboys. Justin Jefferson on on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes the score 28-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete to Zacchaeus. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll fake the jet sweep, and now it's Jackson off play action. Being chased out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie, an interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Aubrey now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jackson, and he finds Penny. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Forced out to his left.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson
on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he hit, and the ball is jarred free. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Hurts.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jake Ferguson
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys just continue to roll. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half. Aubrey now for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw. Jackson. Buying time to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. On the option to give to Swift here. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. And now Jackson will look to throw it. This to Arnold on the short pass. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken around the 12. Fights off the tackle at the 20. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
Rolling to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up in the Still City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Kenny Pickett, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Bijan Robinson, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Finally, on Monday Night Football, a late-season doubleheader. Titans and Dolphins from South Florida, followed by the Packers and Giants from MetLife Stadium. The Eagles got a solid first half from last year's MVP runner-up, Jalen Hurts. He put together the kind of half you dream about. 5 touchdown passes, as his guys are well in control of this ball game.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Now Lewis selects to return it. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Flushed out right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Looking to throw. Out to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. On the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. First and 10, it's Jackson. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet. And they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A throw over the middle, taken in. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. of the gun. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Now Jackson on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. Operating from the gun. Jackson finds the open target, Arnold. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Rashad Penny hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in the route or they get open early, but they just always find a way, and he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. On the move to his left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
On first down, Hurts steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Hurts with career touchdown number 75. And the Cowboys get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles,
We haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his fifth kick of the night. It's taken to the 26. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who is just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
Being chased out left.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game. But it falls down to the ground, incomplete. Dallas, Texas is the spot, third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchises.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Here's Hurts to throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Justin Jefferson
From 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are pouring it on.
That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to you.
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They're going to look to throw. Rolling to his left. That's down the field for Jefferson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. On line, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Osa Odighizuwa, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Micah Parsons able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
This is brought in at the 21. Oh, some strong running. Still fighting for more. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And he is just one reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally, if not fool him.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth-quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Justin Jefferson. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Aubrey now for the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Stays on his feet. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now, hold everything here because this is about the last guy that they would want to see shaken up. Quarterback Jalen Hurts in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now it's the backup Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here.
Let's go back over Dak Prescott's career. 6 rushing touchdowns in each of his first 3 years, but only 1 in each of the last 2 seasons. As a veteran, he's become much more judicious about when it's time to take the ball and go for the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. This to Arnold on the short pass. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Take it at the 37. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete. Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're...
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. 36 yards on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make every...
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to throw again. Rolling to his right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Aubrey now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one a first down. Jackson now. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now Jackson on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw again is Jackson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Down the right sideline.
And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Dallas, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
Yeah. Back in my ways. Missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in the minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunch.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin and slide, say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me.
Yeah, told him I would be a boss before I had business, I don't even need nobody.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over, you bragging ignorance, you lack the vision. I'm sacrilegious, I feel my rap that you ever offended. My clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm paid down. You pray for distance with guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation beats opportunity, no? Being great, that's ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one won't stop to the most even. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in.
I ain't here to fight, Phil.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need